The Buttonmonger. Appraisals, education, purchases and sales. Tintype buttons. A tintype is a photograph made by creating a direct positive image on a sheet of iron that is blackened by painting, lacquering, or enameling. The sheet is coated with collodion, a material with similar properties to celluloid film, and is sensitized to light just before use. It is interesting to note that tintypes don't actually contain tin. The name is derived either from the tin shears used to cut the images out of the sheet of iron, or as a way of denoting that the picture was made out of cheap metal. The tintype process was introduced by Adolphe Alexandre Martin in 1853 and became instantly popular, particularly in the United States, though it was also widely used by street photographers in Great Britain. Tintype became the most common photographic process until the introduction of modern gelatin-based processes and the invention of the reloadable amateur camera by the Kodak Company in the late 1800s. The tintype was an improvement over the ambrotype, which used a wet plate process. By replacing the glass plate of the ambrotype, costs were reduced considerably while improving the durability of the image. The entire wet plate process, from the coating to developing, had to be done before the plate dried. This gave the photographer no more than 10 minutes to complete everything, thus making it inconvenient for field use, as it required a portable darkroom. In comparison, tintypes are simple and fast to prepare. A photographer could prepare, expose, develop, and varnish a tintype plate in a few minutes, quickly having it ready for the customer. Tintype buttons were popular from the 1850s to the early 1900s. In making the buttons, the photographer would copy the image several times on a sheet of metal. The images would then be stamped out using a circular die and assembled in a like manner to a lithograph button. Most tintype buttons are small, around ½ an inch, as they were made for men's waistcoats or women and children's garments, rarely overcoats. Tintype buttons most often contained a picture of an individual, usually a loved one. As such, tintype buttons over 1 inch and/or containing an image of more than one person are very hard to find. Tintype buttons can easily be dated from the 1850s to the early 1900s. With a little research, a more accurate date can be obtained from the style of clothing pictured in the tintype.